All right, grand rising to all of you. We got a ton of things to discuss. I want to update too. I want to get a business question from Melissa. I want to talk to Renee and Prophet Jerry. Give some rhino leg updates, some intentions. Then I believe you had a business question or two. Well, okay. Well, I'll go back to the business finance and how to spend the money. I will do that.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Breaking down of the percentages. I forgot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I remember I did just one, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll go through that. Let's see. And then Grace, write all this down for me. Sales, be intentional with money. Melissa's question. We'll do that one first. So get ready, Melissa. Business, how to spend business money. What is Antonio doing? Let's do that. Let's bring that up.
Ticket number C 200.
Let's see. What else? Being very intentional. And then more of what Antonio's doing. That might be a bit much easier. Okay. Yeah. More of that. Well, it's not really going to talk about me. It's really going to talk about you. But we just need to be intentional. And intentional. I've been very intentional in 2023. All right, let's start with Melissa. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, you did corporate sponsorships the other day. You were talking about that. We're doing ads in the magazines, full page ads, quarter page ads, 3/4 column, and 1/4 columns. I don't know how to do pricing.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, this is a great question. I had two answers immediately pop in my head. There's an answer, and then there's my answer. There's an answer.
Here's the other part of that. The pricing that would be today would be changing once Rhino Leg is out, right? Because the reach of the magazine changes. So I need to have it scalable.
Okay, scalable price then. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And the magazine goes where? And what's the reach right now? Because that matters. And the magazine
150,000.
Oh well, okay then. So then I would. Now this is great. I'm definitely going to consult ChatGPT for a few things on this one. Grace, pull up ChatGPT. So I have a digital magazine that reaches 150,000 people per month. Can you give me a comprehensive list of ad spots? I'll repeat it. This is okay. I'll repeat it. Is your screen sharing? Your internet working? If not,
no, it is. I just updated the whole Apple thing, so everything got to get back into detail. Let's learn about so and so. No, okay.
Gotcha. I have a digital magazine that reaches 150,000 people a month.
Antonio, that's printed magazine. That changes.
I have a printed magazine. Thank you. It reaches 150,000 people a month. And I'm struggling with prices for ads. Put, for example, half a page, column, full page, etc. I need you to do me two things. Give me a comprehensive list of how many ad spots I can have and give me their pricing as well based off 150,000 reach. And then you're going to put as a bonus, can you give me scalable pricing for 250,000, 500,000, and 1 million. There you go. You hit, yeah, and 1 million. You can hit enter. Now, I'm sure she already used ChatGPT. The reason I did this, I need a basis real quick. Because I have what I would do. All right, full price ad, 1,500 to 5,000. Okay, they're good. They're good. So we got for 150,000 reach, 1,500 to 5,000. Half a page, horizontal or vertical. Gives you 800 to 3,000 plus the other numbers. I'm skipping the other numbers for reading purposes, but it's there for her. Quarter page ad, 400 to 1,500. Eighth page ad, I knew I was missing at least one of them, Grace. I couldn't remember. I was thinking like a little 3-word column or something. 200 to 800. Inside front cover, 2,000 to 7,000. For those of you going to listen to this audio, I'm just reading the 150,000, but ChatGPT has listed the 250,000, 500,000, 1 million. Inside back cover. So I wouldn't have never thought about that. I'm sure Melissa did. 1,800 to 6,500. See what's coming next. 7 back cover. All right, 150,000 reach is 2,500 to 8,000. Melissa, this is far better than what I thought it was going to be. Like that came out.
Obviously, whatever prompt I was using last night wasn't working for me.
Yeah, this came out great. This came out great. I thought I was going to have to do more, Deanna, but it actually came out really great. It actually exceeded my expectations with my particular prompt. Grace, you're obviously going to give Melissa this entire prompt plus this entire answer. Okay, so she can use it next time for anything else.
Antonio,
Notice, yes, sir.
what would you put in there where they could do multiples? Like when I did some sales training for a business newspaper, I would tell the salesman if the guy just wants to buy one ad for one time, you might as well take that money and paint your office because that's how good you need a campaign. So you need more than one ad. So you need to put your pricing in there. What if they buy 5 ads or 3 ads or whatever that number is? Because if you're running print ads, it's space threat. So it's easier to get 10 small ads than one big one.
Absolutely. Great point, too. Grace, pull your screen back up. I love to paint your office big. Pull it back up, Grace. You're going to copy and paste the entire answer we just received. The entire answer. All right. Outstanding. And, shift enter a couple times for me. Thank you. This was great. Below, I have provided our fixed pricing for one ad. I need to stretch your boundaries. So I am going to tell you who you are and then assign you a task. As you receive this task, I want you to analyze it, send me that analysis so I can know why you have produced what you wrote. That's fine. You are now the CEO of the largest magazine company in the world, and you have just acquired a startup magazine that reaches 150,000 people a month in new and emerging markets that are vital for your parent company.
No, I can't spell.
Your task is to take this new company you just acquired that is reaching 150,000 people and entice people to buy 5 to 10 ad spots thinking ad spots per month, per quarter, half a year, and a year. In addition, you want to give your advertiser, you want to give your customers, incentives to buy more ads and ad spots. Please give me our new pricing, a comprehensive list of incentives, our bundle packages, and any cross-sell opportunities that may present themselves. And lastly, show me your analysis. I don't want you to run that here though, Grace. I want you to send this to me in lineup or email it. I want to use ChatGPT for it.
Just the prompt?
I know I need everything.
Okay.
Yeah, everything. I need everything. Yeah, I want to put it in ChatGPT for. Let's, but hold on, Grace. I tell you what, you go ahead,
Antonio,
you run it there, and then give it to me in ChatGPT 4. Yes, sir.
Okay.
you need to add, I might have missed this. Are you going to get a quarter page, a half page, or a full page?
It was, I put it all in there. That's already.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I missed it. All right.
Yeah, I put the 7 that was already there. Okay, Grace, email that to me so I can. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna fit in chat. Well, let me see. Let's see if it fit in the lineup.
Okay. Send it to you.
Okay, make sure when I look into it. All right, cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
So you can keep your screen going, and we can read though. So because it's kind of weird that it's just solid.
Okay. As the CEO of the largest magazine company in the world, I have acquired a startup magazine with a monthly reach of 150,000 people in new and emerging markets. My task is to entice advertisers to buy 5 to 10 ad spots per month, per quarter, half a year, and a year, while also offering incentives, bundle packages, and cross-sell opportunities. Here's the strategy. New pricing structure. Full page ad is $1,500 a month. Quarterly is $4,000 with 10% discount. Semi-annual is $7,500, 15% discount, and annually is $14,000, which is 20% discount. Half page ad, horizontal or vertical, is $800 monthly, $2,100 quarterly, $4,000 semi-annually, and $7,500 annually. And then the quarter page ad, $400 monthly, $1,050 quarterly, $2,000 semi-annually, $3,800 annually. And then finally, 8th page ad, $200 a month, $525 quarterly, $1,000 semi-annually, and $1,900 annually. Okay, the incentives for advertisers: volume discounts. Advertisers receive discounts for longer-term commitments. Priority placement, committing to semi-annual or annual ads grants priority placement options. Content collaboration. Advertisers who book for a year can collaborate on featured content. Ad design services offer basic ad design services at a discounted rate for annual advertisers. An early booking discount. Advertisers who book 3 months in advance receive a 5% discount. Okay, the bundle packages have combo packages, combine print and digital ads for an additional 10% discount. Event sponsorship, bundle ads with sponsorship of magazine hosted events. Social media promotion, include social media promotion in ad packages for 15% off. And customized packages, create custom packages based on advertiser goals. Let's go. Cross-sell opportunities with online advertising, cross-sell online banner ads on the magazine's website. Email newsletter ads, offer ad space in the magazine's email newsletter. For video content, expand offerings to include video ads on the magazine's digital platforms. Print and digital combo, encourage advertisers to complement print ads with digital ads. And partner publications, promote ads in partner publications within your parent company's portfolio. Analysis, long-term commitments, offering discounts for quarterly, semi-annual, and
Let's pause
annual.
right there quick,
Okay.
real quick, Grace. I want you to read this analysis slowly. Actually, let me read this analysis and give you a break because I'm having you read over here with ChatGPT. Keep it on the screen. Man, if y'all, this is a master class. Thank you, Phil. In setting prices.
This is good.
Plus, when I added that extra stuff, the cross sales, the bundle, I knew what I was doing because the idea. Remember when she first asked me a question, I was like, well, there's two answers. There's the answer, and then there's my answer. I would never offer ad spots without cross opportunities and bundle opportunities. Keep in mind, my $250 corporate sponsorship for the WonderCon has no end. There's no end specified. Therefore, you literally pay $250 for 170 days of advertising.
Wow.
So yes, they're not paying attention to that schedule. But the earlier you get, the more you get. Trust me, Jerome is in hog heaven, especially with the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes. So Melissa now has that same competitive advantage.
I already seen the ads on Facebook.
But ain't nobody playing no games. I ain't even got started yet. Okay. Analysis, long-term commitment, incentives, bundle packages, and cross-sell opportunities. Antonio, that's the analysis. That's there. I'm going to read them. Antonio, why did you ask for an analysis? Well, it was simple. Because I wanted to make sure that ChatGPT was doing what I asked. So if you send me an analysis and I don't like what I see, then I know how to tweak it based on what you understood. But since this analysis is rock solid, I don't need to do that. Plus, it makes it slow down to give me exactly what I desire. Yes? All right. That's number one. Long-term commitments. Offering discounts for quarterly, semi-annually commitments encourages advertisers to secure ad space for longer periods, as Phil said, and which gives you stable revenue. Incentives like content collaboration, early booking discounts make advertisers feel valued, encourage repeat business. Bundle packages. These packages allow advertisers to reach audiences through various channels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Cross-sell opportunities, expanding into online, email, video, and partner publications, leverages the magazine's brand across multiple platforms, increasing advertisers' exposure and potential revenue. This strategy aims to do amazing things. You can stop your screen, Grace. Thank you so much. They didn't say amazing things, but I just summed up that paragraph into amazing things. Melissa, come back on camera just for a brief second, then we're gonna come back just to give us, oh my God, thank you so much, or this sucks, it's trash, I hate all of you. No, which one was it? Oh, you got yourself muted.
That is exactly what I was asking. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Obviously, I was not putting something in the computer correctly last night.
It happens.
So thank you. Now I can go sell that when I go to my event next month.
There you go. Perfect. So she has that. Grace, you're going to email all that to her. I have over here a little bit more. So now she's going to have fun. Since she loves administrative work, she's going to have a lot of fun. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me. Okay, I'll show you what I did, and then I'm going to have an administrative problem over here trying to do this. I might have to take a picture for her, but here we go. I just put in the same thing. I put in the same thing. Propose new pricing, and it gave us exactly what I asked for. Bulk discounts, 5 to 10 ads, 10% off quarterly, 15% off biannually, 20% off annual commitment, 25% off. Premium placements. A chip in my tooth. I really can't pronounce words, Grace. That required me to put my tongue on my tooth. Emerging market special, 10%. Incentive structure, because I asked for incentives. Buy 10 full ads, get one free. Buy 10 half page, get a half page free. Loyalty rewards, Phil and Susan like that, customer loyalty. And then accumulate points with each purchase. Cross promotion. So here you have cross promotion, exclusive features, cross sell opportunities, bundling, co-marketing, advanced partnerships. Right, this you see what's happening. I'm skipping explanations. Analysis. This approach aims to create a win-win scenario where advertisers get more value and exposure for their investment, while the magazine increases its ad sales to build long-term relationships with advertisers. And then what it gave us 7 options: bulk discounts, value bonus, and loyalty rewards, create cross-promotional exclusive features, bundles, emerging market special, agency partnerships, customizer flexibility. And they break that down. So then I put it back in. There's a prompt. Thank you. Based on what you did, plus my original pricing, can you create me a pricing matrix that I can use so I can email to someone? I'd like to see the list of the new prices based on these old prices. So I just took the original prompt that we got out, and then it gave me Melissa's wildest dreams. Well, yeah, Melissa, you looking at the screen? Look at this here. New pricing matrix. Full page.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just need all that information so I can do my thing today.
I already know. Second half. Look, pricing matrix. Reach, right? Bam, bam. All this here. Annual 25%. Third quarterly, you get it back. And it gives a note. These are revised prices upon a discount. The exact price range should be discussed, blah, 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 blah. So Melissa will get all of this. I will do this right now as we speak. So I'm going to do this right now. If y'all will just hold on and let me be boring for a moment, I'd be greatly appreciative. Why, Grace? Because if I don't do it now, and we know I'm not administrative, we know it ain't going to happen, huh? So we just going to go ahead and do that right now.
I'm proud of you. You clicked the clipboard.
Yeah, but it did it in Markdown, but I sure did. I've been trying to be a good boy. I've been trying to be a good boy. There you go. I'm growing up, Mom.
Just know sometimes you got to click it twice.
Okay. Yeah, it's put it in Markdown language. Let me see if it highlights this way for me. Boom. And then, bam, there she goes. She got all pretty little boxes. I'll type in Melissa. It's going to the your last name.ceo at Trent is where it went. And
awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. And then you got Grace's, whatever hers says. And I'm sure you would be putting them together with the togetherness of the togetherness. Outstanding. All right. Yes. Thank you, Jerome. Yes, you should. There we go. We solved that problem for her very quickly. That's. Oh, yes. Thank you. That solves one problem. She's having a pricing problem, not anymore. And then we got a pricing matrix, and ChatGPT 3 handled that very well. Very well. Absolutely well. And then we just got a good pricing matrix with the little pretty box for her to go. So now she can just print that, goes. Grace, repost for me everything I mentioned that I wanted to talk about. I don't have a title because it's a bunch of stuff. Prophet Jerry, Renee, I can unmute your mics. You received. I was supposed to do a video for y'all too, right? Is that the case? Like, did you need a video or was it just the audio? I couldn't remember. If you need the,
and I could not remember to say mine.
I think it was just the
I think it was just the audio. I think it was.
That works for me because it means I'm finished. But did you need? Were y'all going to do like a little intro, like a video intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could probably, you could probably go to. Well, you could do it yourself. I don't know. Maybe you could put it on the background, or you can hit play while y'all talking, huh? And all that stuff. Like if you use StreamYard, you can upload to StreamYard. Do something like that. Okay. What y'all think? Yeah. Give us some feedback because it fits in.
Let me tell you need to play that. Play that for the group.
Oh, I could probably do that. No, wow.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I woke up to that this morning.
Aha.
Yeah.
I
thought it was a meditation at first.
I had the hardest time. Picking the proper music. The hardest time. That's actually what took so long, because I was trying to do a comedy round, and I was doing so many different things. And then
Right.
I said to myself, well, wait, the problem is I was being a poet.
Bernie, what's the topic of the call?
I don't have a topic of the call right now. I got a bunch of different topics. Grace, put it in.
So if it's open, I have a question as well. So if you could include it.
Yep.
I'm starting to build out my team. So how would I go about it? So I'm of course starting with an assistant first.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know like the things that you've learned and anyone else in this call has learned building their teams and whatnot would be very helpful.
Absolutely. What I'm doing now would be a very big help to you. I'm not starting over, but I'm starting over. But I'm not starting over. What I'm doing now is more of a revenue share with the most important people. So you hurry up and make money, but then you put people on like a 0.5% revenue share. So say you make, say Ibrahim does $1,000 a month. Grace, put the calculator up real quick. Let's say it's $1,000 a month. Because the problem is right now, he has to establish, but he doesn't need to wait 5 years like I did and then establish that way. So the best thing to do, well, I don't want to say the best thing to do. The best thing to do, though, in this season, when you're starting over and you're building something or you're starting fresh, there is no salaries to create. I mean, there is no salaries because you haven't created them. And in order to keep yourself from having headaches and having people complain and email you about their complaints, you take 2 or 3 people, or in this case, Phil, Susan, Adonia, you do that, and then you create what's called revenue share. And you put yourself on that same revenue share. So now everybody gets paid at the same time as the company gets paid. Far easier, far less hassle. And once you get to a certain dollar amount, you pick that dollar amount, then that's when those salaries kick in. I'm going to repeat that before Grace do math. If everybody's on revenue share, and if there's revenue coming in, that is a salary. That might as well be equity. If you're not paying attention. So now the salesperson gets paid the same thing as a CEO. Can't nobody complain. The CEO is getting paid the same thing as the janitor. Can't nobody complain. Payments are coming in every day, every other day. Everybody getting paid 2 or 3 times a week. They still not.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
I can see the value in what you're saying, but that is not my challenge. Revenue is not my challenge. Paying salaries is not my challenge. So I'm perfectly fine paying people like stable salaries and but regardless of what the company makes, because I have predictable revenue that exceeds by at least 5 times what the employees will cost, and one of the reasons is because I'm hiring very slow. So what I'm specifically looking for is that you built an incredible team. How they're compensated isn't what's incredible about them. What is actually incredible about them is the kind of people they are. So how can it, like, how is that possible that you have such a diverse group in age, race, religion, and whatnot, and geography? And all of them are such high performers. Like, that's what's impressive about what you've done and what you're doing. So I'd like to learn from you and others on this call who have their teams, how you go about, how do you hire, how do you filter out,
I got you.
what to expect, and thank you.
Yep. I got you. I'm doing the same thing all over again with another company as we speak. Go ahead, Phil.
There's a book called Top Grading by Smart. The last name is Smart. It talks about how to hire people in the right way. And then I would have everybody do the Marcus Buckingham standout assessment and then go over it with them. Those are just 2 ideas just off the top of my head.
Those are great ideas. I intentionally, well, let's repeat that. There's a book that he recommended, and then if you know people's personality profile, then that helps out a lot. And then you can do it. I build teams backwards, and I have never failed not in the Army, not now, not even what I'm doing now with ECS, since they just made that public. I have never failed in building a viable team. My last meeting last night was 11 o'clock at night or 12 o'clock at night or something like that, because I had to start all over and build a new team, bring some people back, blah, 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 blah. Doing the same thing with the NFL. So right now I'm building a team with $2 billion companies, and then mine. So I'm doing 3 teams with $3 billion companies, and I always build them backwards. Here's what I mean. Here's what I mean. Here's the steps I take. Okay. Oh, they're asking you to repeat the book, Phil. Whatever the name of the book, they're asking you to repeat the book.
In chat, so I can copy paste it on Google.
Yeah. Got you. He's about to repeat that, and then Deanna.
Top Grading.
Top,
My
like
last name is
TOP.
Right.
Got you.
Last name is Smart. The author.
There you go.
Find it.
Yeah. Share your screen. Who's looking it up? Deanna or Grace? Okay. All right. Share your screen just so people can see it. Some people, everybody's not an audible learner. And then put it in the chat. There we go. Top Grading. How leading companies win by hiring, coaching, keeping best people revised. There you go. I've been hiring since I walked out. Well, actually, I've been hiring, I guess, since I was 16, but since I walked out the Army, I've been a hiring manager ever since. You don't, once you are sergeant, if you get a job, they make you a manager because you're a sergeant, right? And so it happens. This is what it is. I build backwards because I don't want a person. I want a legendary person. And I have a score. And if you don't fit 85% of that score, then I don't put you in a job. I'm going to share something I just showed to.
Wow, for real?
That's exactly how I hired. That's why you're still here. That's why. Let's look at the pattern. Michelle.
Okay, Jerome, because I'm like,
Right.
whoa, okay. I get 85. Okay. I'm doing something.
But at this point now,
Now.
I'm doing 95 now. I'm not doing 85 no more. I'm doing 95. My standard has risen. But look, Brian, Michelle, Tempest, Shannon, Grace, y'all all have a certain personality type, and empathy runs through all of you. Because I was looking for a specific thing. And I'll explain. With one particular company, this isn't any secrets, but I'm going to take it off my notes because I don't want y'all to see too much. And
while you're doing that, the second book I recommend is called The Advantage.
It's a good book.
By Patrick Lencioni. Why Organizational Health Beats Everything Else in Business.
Yep. It's a great book.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. That's why I didn't
book.
just say Antonio. I said anyone else on this call because I knew that he's not the only one who's going to contribute value with this question. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'm sharing my screen. Let me just I'm sharing my screen. Trying to see. Let me just remove this name. That might violate my NDA. So let me just remove this name. Where's this stupid thing? We'll call this the Ibrahim model. That's what I call this. It has another model, but that's actually a person's name, and I want to change it. Okay, here we go. So I just did this yesterday. So I just had a 3-hour and 47-minute meeting yesterday. And immediately I said, who is the number one salesperson here? And by far, it was a mid-30s female. And I was like, tell me everything about this female. And told me everything. No doubt, Grace. Told me everything. And then from there, I then went to Myers-Briggs, all 16 personalities, and I went found her personality, INTA, INTJ, whatever, right? And we found her personality as close as I can get to. From that personality, from her age, I then asked, why do you think she's great? Tell me all the things that make her great. And I got all that stuff. And every single thing they said was a data point. I pay close attention. I'm not talking in circles. This is if it's difficult, it's because I think like a billionaire. I then now have 200 data points about the best salesperson in this billion-dollar company. Balance. She maintains equilibrium in multiple aspects of her life. She has a growth mindset. We'll just pick number 41. She's driven to enhance productivity and streamline operations. It doesn't matter. Wishes to align with companies that have diverse ranges. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now I know exactly the prototype that I want. Is this clear? Because I'm about to say next is the bombshell. It is the bombshell. So if I lost you, everybody good? Good. So now I put out there, I'm hiring. Apply. And I do two things. If I want to weed people out up front, I have a questionnaire that fits these profiles. And then when it's interview time, guess what I'm asking? Only the questions to fit those profiles. The reason why my hiring is so diverse and my team is so diverse, as mentioned, is because I'm not looking for a person. I'm looking for a type. And that type comes in Asian, Black, Blasian, persuasion, Persian. It comes in all of it. So I build an invisible type. And then from that, I build my person. So now I have a book recommendation that will help you with this very well. It's called Thinking Fast and Slow. Look it up, Grace. Thinking Fast and Slow. It's probably one of the greatest books I've ever read. And there's a whole section in this book about fair hiring practices. And this is one of them. This is one of them. It's been voted like one of the greatest books of all time, too. 2000. Blow it up. Great. Let me see. Let's look at this little thing over here. New York Times bestseller, 2.6 million copies sold. Selected by Wall Street Journal as one of the best nonfiction books of the year. Thinking Fast and Slow. It's one of the greatest books of all time, and that's exactly what it helps you do. You can stop right there, Grace. It helps you do what I just did. So my hiring is completely reversed. I build the person first, and then I go look. Now I'm going to share my screen one more time, and then my answer would be completely done. Now I'm going to say, Jerome, it's 200 here. If you don't score, if you don't answer, if you don't fit 180 of these, you're not hired. Can't mess up. It makes me hire slow, and it makes me get the exact right person. And I do that per position. Cool? Cool, Ibrahim? Oh, he's here? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That book I was on the fence about it. I'm reading Sapiens right now. But yeah, I'll definitely make it my next purchase.
There you go. There you go. It's a fantastic book. Fantastic book. Can y'all see how when you build an invisible personality type, and I'm talking about, I guess it's an avatar, but it's a personality type per each position. Because who's going to perform well? It's not a person, it's a type. And each position needs a certain mentality.
Antonio, you know I hate to give you compliments. You know that, right? I hate to give them to you. but watching what you just did, I'm thinking down the road as your company's growing, as your company's progressing, and you don't have to deal with all of that dumb stuff that comes with being a CEO or being a manager or being a leader, because you've eliminated a lot of that crap in the beginning. So now as your company grows, there will be individual things that will come up that you, neither that person, were prepared for, but because of their type, guess what?
That's right.
When it comes up, we'll figure a way to deal with it, and we'll keep growing as a company. Nobody suffers alone. We stay on the plane, and we all make money.
That's absolutely right.
I hate to give you. I hate to give you.
Well, I was psychological operations for United States military, so it was kind
I
of
forgot.
makes sense.
I forgot that. My bad. My bad.
An assistant. What would the type be for an assistant?
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I'll pull it up for you right now. But just off the top of my dome, I got you, Grace. The assistant needs to be an empath that is extremely anal about being organized, that is an effective doer who can also think. And that ain't hard to, that ain't easy to find.
No, because you lost me at that last one. Yeah, I was
can
like,
also-
okay, yeah.
But you
okay,
don't
yeah.
want
And
an
then you're like,
assistant. If he's going to be, if he wants an assistant down there, they don't have to think. But if he wants an assistant close to him, they have to think.
Who can, yeah. An assistant who can be the chief of staff in the future.
There you go. Yeah, he has no choice. Right? He has to be. Yeah,
And
and
you-
they, yes, sir.
Okay, I will finish your thought.
That assistant has to be aggressive in finishing task. Like they have to take it personal. That and the personality type that you typically see, they bruise easily because they want to please so bad they bruise easily. That's the kind of person you need. Go ahead, Phil.
If I may take the opportunity now to plug our Monday Let's Study a Book.
Yep, it's a great time.
Love Plus Work. It's by Marcus Buckingham, the guy that does the assessment. Let me give you the subtitle: How to Find What You Love, How to Love What You Do, and Do It for the Rest of Your Life.
No, that's right. Well, Ibrahim is definitely bumping up against that vibration. He is definitely finding that for sure. For sure. I got you, Gracious. Let me reiterate something. I don't know if y'all heard Ibrahim ask. So what's the type for an assistant? That means he's picking up what I'm saying and already running with it. Because in order to ask that question, he would have already had to say, okay, that was actually pretty good. And he start thinking now, what is he saying and how is it applying to my life? And he done went 20 years down the road. That's what made him ask that question in the present. So in order to do that, in order to do that, knowing that an assistant needs to think, she's going to be easily bruised, or it's going to have to, because that comes with that personality type. It comes with that, but I just didn't want this to mess up. There's a word that's called responsibility. They have a high level of responsibility for the task that you have. Yes, Grace, for the task, and Grace is easily bruised. Do not get it twisted. Okay, easily bruised. Grace, are you easily bruised?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Easily bruised. It comes with that. Guess who else I just described with that assistant? Adonia. Except for if you make Adonia an assistant, you'll put in the wrong seat. She has a few other skills. Can Adonia be an incredible assistant? You're absolutely right. But she'll quit on you about a year and a half in, because Adonia has something else that Adonia needs to move up. So that makes her a leader that's administrative. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. Yeah, those are two different things. Go ahead, Grace. This is good. That's why I have a topic today, because I was like giving y'all stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. Two things. One, this upgrade is amazing. Okay, because when I did this earlier this morning, it did it. There we go. So
it is okay. See, so
it finally came to us. You said you
it
had
finally
the beta.
came.
So me and Deanna have it.
I had
to.
That's why I said I do all the beta upgrades.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's
so
why.
I was doing all this, and I was like, "Oh my God, it works!" So
okay, there you go. So where's my Mac? I said I'd be having. Anyway, keep going. I had it 6 months for you though, but
duh. Okay, I knew you had to put that in there. Anyway, me and D catch it up. So look, I wanted to get your step-by-step process on you building the person. So the first thing is
that's fair.
Okay. How do you describe those 200 things that you got? What can I put in there?
To be honest with you, I would use ChatGPT now to make this. This used to take me half a day to do this. You can do this now in 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Use ChatGPT to find the person type, or
yeah. So let's do no. That's great, because Ibrahim might need all of you might need to see. This is what I would do.
She wants the prompt. She wants the prompt.
Yeah, I'm about to think right now. So I would go. Let's see. You know what? Let's do the executive assistant.
Let me spitball. I think you'd have a bunch of like personality type pointers, and then you'd basically say something like, give me a 15-question questionnaire, which would help me arrive at a person, or the answers to which would sound something like this, and then just a bunch of that stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can do that. You can cut straight through the field. That I'm looking for, Grace, you can put, I'm looking for an executive assistant who is an extreme action taker, incredibly organized, empathetic. I don't need her too empathetic. Empathetic, and can do multiple tasks at once. And then you jump right into what Ibrahim said. Can you give me a 15-question questionnaire that fits, that will help me find that type of executive assistant? And then there you go.
Also, before you hit enter, say the questions should not be too on the nose and must be subtle, because AI has the tendency to automatically go with the most obvious thing. So just literally also add this. The questions should not be too on the nose. Like it shouldn't be, are you an action taker? Okay. So the questions should not be too on the nose. They should be more subtle.
Much agreed. Much agreed. There you go, Grace. If you know it just for fun. So I mean, you do it, you just throw your screen up and put it in there. Throw your screen up. And then this is what I would do. Once you get the answer, it's going to give you 15 questions. Then this is what I would do. I'll do another prompt. Please give me 25 data points on the person who would fit this. And then you get 25. And you get 25 again. That's what I would do.
Okay, I'm making sure I haven't, this responsibility thing is kicking in. I missed some of the stuff you said at the beginning. So
no worries. I'm looking for an executive assistant who is extremely organized, empathetic, and can do multiple tasks at once. Hold on. So extremely yes, sir.
Instead of multiple tasks at once, can organize tasks in a priority. Nobody can do multiple tasks at once.
Yeah.
Multitasking is impossible.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Yep.
So who can organize tasks in a
I agree.
Yeah,
Phil,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. Organize and prioritize.
There
Organize,
you go.
Yeah, organize and prioritize task into the most efficient, not effective, but efficient way to complete them. Now we're going to go back to the beginning, Grace, because I was looking for an extreme action taker.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Extreme action
And
taker.
also, I have a suggestion. By the way, if this
Sure.
didn't get us the exact questionnaire, we'd say the same whole thing, but then say, give me 15 points about the personality type that this kind of person would fit in. And then I would say, give me 10 questions that would help me, or 20 questions that will help me find this person with the most likely answers.
Absolutely. That's the approach I was going to take at first. I would always get my data points first. So we can do this now, Grace. You can put it, just copy and paste the question. Should be not subtle, and just copy and paste and remove it. No, the very last. Oh yeah. There you go. Copy that. And then just put it like in lineup, and don't hit enter or something. Just so when it's time to bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can delete that from this whole prompt. Now, in this case, type exactly what I say. I'm looking for an executive assistant. So, this time I'm going to format ChatGPT. So we're going all the way to the beginning. You are the number one. No. This is hold on. Wait. Nobody say nothing. Let's see. You have just acquired $1 billion company.
This at the beginning?
Yep.
Okay.
You have just acquired $1 billion company, and you have discovered that you are missing the perfect executive assistant that can manage, lead, and effectively handle tasks, plural, and personalities, both while the CEO is present and absent. It is my hope that one day this this executive assistant, my bad, will become chief of staff. Therefore, we are not looking for any regular executive assistant. He or she must be. Now you can delete that. I'm looking for an executive assistant, and you put he or she must be an extreme action taker, organized, put highly organized, empathetic, and like inside the comma, empathetic and very good with difficult personality types. he or she must have extreme team building skills. And above all, they are they are quietly highly competitive. And I just described Tempest, the literal entire prompt.
Do you want me to, this last part, you want to keep that?
Let me see. And can organize priority time. Yes, that's that way. Without that, he gonna, yeah, absolutely. All right, no, hit it yet.
Okay.
I need you to go to the end though. Right. Before we find our executive assistant, I need 30 psychographical data points on what this person, highly graphic data points on this person, and include for me their Myers-Briggs, that's hyphenated, personality type.
2 G's. They'll know.
Yeah. Now, copy and paste this first, Instagram into Ibrahim or something, and then we'll hit him. Let's give him this because now you use the prompt, but just switch it up to mechanic, hot bikini babe. Well, I mean, if he's gonna be on YouTube, I mean,
yeah,
there you go. You send it to him?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now he can hear the rest of the stuff. You're right. He got his prompt. He got his prompt. Now hit
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
As you were talking, what went through my mind was this. This is all great for the person you're hiring.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't do the same thing for yourself,
amen,
as the CEO, you can bring in all the great people you can find all these great people, but if you suck and you don't know where your strengths and weaknesses at, then guess what? You still got a problem. Yes, so that went through my head as you were going through this. What about me, the hirer? Yeah, great, come on board. But if your company sucks, I'm not going to be around because you suck.
Yep.
Just wanted to share that.
Absolutely no. Grace, go to number 30 real quick. Gave the personality type. INTJ mastermind, ENTJ commander, or INFJ advocate. Either one of those will be a great fit for Ibrahim. And you can just Google that. What now, is INTJ?
Yeah, but now ask it like, give me 25 questions alongside the ideal answers that would be given by these personality types or whatever. Like now you can actually get the whole questionnaire.
Okay, so Grace, copy and paste everything there. And then we're not going to ask for 25 answers. We're going to ask for 5 at a time.
Okay? Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Can you run that by doing the standout assessment as opposed to Myers-Briggs, see what it says at some point?
Yeah. Grace, put, please take my information below and give me the personality types from the standout assessment.
The roles and
personality roles from the standout assessment by Marcus Buckingham.
Okay. Oh. Damn, dude.
By Marcus Buckingham, and then you're gonna put trust me on this. You're gonna put I only need the personality roles. There you go. Okay. Right. Okay. Pioneer, provider, connector. Okay, hold on. Okay, okay, I get it. Okay. All right, now Grace, you're going to wait. Copy and paste number 30. There you go. All right, now put which standout assessment roles fit these personality types. I only want the roles that fit, and then you're gonna put INTJ, ENT, right? You have to be careful with 3 as not to confuse it. So I only want the personality types. There you go. I only want that. Now with the question, the reason while you're doing that, the reason we're not going to do 25 because we want Ibrahim to get extremely detailed answers, since he brought that up at the end. And if you ask for 25, you're gonna get short answers. If you do 5 at a time, you're gonna give him a long answer, and then he'll have more things to hear from during the interview process. All right, let's see.
There we go.
There you go. There it is right there. Perfect. So Ibrahim get this here: connector, culture, navigator, learner. It's the INFJ. All right, it broke it down for us in that. So he's looking for any one of those. So good job, Phil. Thank you. All right, now go back to the first response we got, Grace.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Right here.
Right. No, not that one. Go down. Okay. Yeah. This. Yeah. No, you was right. My bad.
Okay.
That one right there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Hit shift enter twice for me. It's time to interview our candidates. We have a daunting task ahead, as 30,000 people have applied. Therefore, I need you to take the information below and give me 30 questions. I'm not gonna get the answers just yet. Give me 30 questions that sort out the most qualified candidates who fit. And just stop right there, Grace. Copy and paste that sentiment lineup. I'm putting it for. Because since he's serious about this, I want to get off of 3.
It's there.
Right, thank you so much. You can stop your screen. I'll take over. Nothing wrong with 3. 4 has reasoning, and since this is not a practical example, this is a real one, we're going to make sure he get the right answer. Most 30 questions that sort out most qualified candidates who fit. There we go. Who fit all 30 data points below. It is very important that you only give me the 30 questions. It would be wise to think like a psychotherapist. Psychotherapist who specializes in anti-trust terrorism training. Oh, I can't spell that. Anti-terrorism training, who has turned into Amazon's Amazon top hiring manager who can sift out the wrong candidates. You will use your military and psychoanalysis training to identify the right questions to get the best candidates from the 30 questions below. After you give me the 30 questions, please send me an analysis of how you have come to your conclusion. Keep in mind, I am an special operations intelligence sergeant for the U.S. Army. I served under George Bush and led the team who can't say that on the internet. I led the team in 3 Corps in Fort Hood, Texas. Therefore, my standard is very high. So you must give me the very best effort. No general questions. And each question, this is where we come at this with Ibrahim, must not be obvious, as we are asking questions to expose our candidates' real thinking. Remember, everyone is a quick learner until you hire them. We want to get past the cotton. Well, I won't say that. We want to get past the people who interview well and get the people who will work well. Bam.
Wait. Go back at where hire is and put HIRE. You got HIGHER until you hire. Yeah.
That's that sticky icky hire. Yes, that is. All right. Now we should get something solid. Let me teach you what I did. For one, I have an extensive background in psychoanalysis. Therefore, I didn't need them to play with me. Secondly, not only did I assign it a task, I raised its standards by letting them know you need to think like. So if you're a psychotherapist, it's going to pull from everything of Sigmund Freud's database. Why? Because Sigmund Freud invented psychoanalysis.
This is why Adonia doesn't like you, because she can't get Carlita to do all this that you.
My prompts are longer than y'all's. my, my prompts are longer than y'all's, for sure. Now, what are we going to do here now? Is the reason I got the questions first, because if you go 2 at a time, 3 at a time, I can say, give me a great detailed answer of what the ideal candidate would say here. So now all Ibrahim has to do is when he asks the question, he's looking to see how much their answer matches is. If you try to do too much, by default, since ChatGPT has just enough burn space, it's going to answer you, but it's going to use brevity to answer you. Brevity is just an adjective for brief. Now we get an analysis. So forget the questions. Let's see if this and that. So in this particular case, Ibrahim, only you can decide if you're okay with this analysis. The reason I asked for the analysis, Grace, because I want to see, I didn't even read the questions. If I like the analysis, then I know these questions spot on. So I'm not even looking at the screen right now. I'm looking away to the left. I'm going to screen split in half. If I hear some military stuff, Jerome, I'm looking for DSM-5 or I'm looking for spy stuff. If I hear that, if I hear Saeda, Star, anything like that, I'm going to be okay. But only Ibrahim can decide. But I know what I want to see. You get what I'm saying? So let's see what the evaluation says. Analysis. These questions are designed to delve deep into the candidate's experience, behavior, and personality. I already like that already because ain't nobody worried about what you know. We worry about what you've done. They follow the situation, task, star. I didn't even look. Remember I said star? They follow the situation, task, action, result format, promoting candidates to provide real-world examples demonstrating their skills and capabilities. Behavioral approach. Each question is structured to elicit responses that reveal past behavior, providing insight into how candidates might act in the future. Similar situations. Behavior questions assess a variety of competencies like adaptability, conflict resolutions, and strategic thinking, and are crucial for evaluating soft skills and interpersonal dynamics. Specificity. Each question is tailored. I'm going to use this for myself, and so I'm going to use this for myself. Thank you, Ibrahim. You just helped me out too. Specificity. Each question is tailored to assess a specific quality or skill, avoiding generalized or ambiguous queries. Good job, queries questioning. This allows a precise evaluation of each candidate's aptitude in key areas such as time management, organization skills, and confidentiality. Open-ended format. The questions are designed to encourage candidates to share detailed, thoughtful responses rather than yes/no answers, allowing for a comprehensive mean from all the way from left to right, top to down, first grade to 12th grade, a comprehensive understanding of their experiences, thought processes, and problem-solving strategies. Focus on real-world application by asking candidates to draw upon their past experiences and describe specific instances where they applied certain skills or navigated challenges. The interviewer gains insights into their practical knowledge and the ability to apply their skills in real-world scenarios. Assessments of alignment with organizational culture and role requirements. So this is his stuff now, because we already put that in there. Questions are aimed at assessing how well the candidate's personality, values, and work style align with the company's culture and specific requirements of the role, such as Myers-Briggs questions, which assesses compatibility with the organization's preferred personality types. Evaluation of potential for growth. Several questions assess the candidate's potential to grow into chief of staff. All right, that's what he wanted. Evaluating leadership, strategic planning, and innovation, essential for identifying candidates with an ambition of capability to advance within the organization. Stress and you got to have stress and resilience assessment. Given the high pressure nature of the role, questions related to the resilience and stress management are included to determine candidates' coping mechanisms and their ability to maintain performance under stress. This This structured and comprehensive approach, drawing from psychoanalysis, military precision, and executive hiring best practices, fantastic, ensures a meticulous evaluation of candidates, facilitating the identification of those most aligned with the role's requirements and the company's values and culture. So I'll stop just real quick before I say something else. Ibrahim, does that bless it thee before we even go to the questions?
Yeah, definitely. That's very interesting.
Okay, good. So now, so I already know we all know collectively the questions are going to be good because of the analysis. And not only the questions good, Jerome, we ain't had the questions 5 minutes ago. So they're even better than good. But now let's just see. Grace, thank you for coming in today. I sure appreciate you. We want to start off. Let me move this to the center so I can see you a little bit. We want to start off, Grace, by introducing yourself. I'm introducing myself. I am Antonio. I'm going to be your hiring manager today. If you fail this interview, we're going to kill you on site. Describe a situation where you have had to take swift and decisive action, and what was the outcome? Number 7, how do you decide which tasks to prioritize when faced with multiple pressing assignments? Bam. These are good questions. Now, let's just give you another prompt. I'll let them go through all 30. I'll just do 2 at a time. There's 30 of them. So that's 15 different times you got to do this here. So do 2 at a time. Please give me the very best. Nope, don't want that. Please give me. Nope. Let me assign it a different task. You are applicant 407 of 31,000 applicants. You are the best fit for this job. You are honest. You are prepared. What else do you want, Ibrahim? Honesty, preparation. You have integrity.
I need extreme organization skills. I need loyalty. I need empathy, and I need great follow through.
What about resilience?
About loyalty, empathetic.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of took it for granted, but yeah, talking to the candidates that I'm talking to, I should be taking that for granted. That should explicitly be mentioned. Thank you, Phil.
And energy. They can have all that, but not energized to do anything.
And you have.
Yeah, Susan, the thing about energy is like that, you can pick it up. That's something like you cannot question your way to it. You can pick it up. But so many things, everything is perfect seeming, except energy. Energy you can pick up. But everything else, like people can fake it.
Right. And we're looking for a long-term job. We want her or him to be around for a while. Okay. I put everything I said, and you're looking for a long-term job. Your task. On the first prompt, I went hiring manager. On the second one, I'm going to go candidate. I'm going from bottom up. Your task is to be careful here. Your task is to score a 100 on these 2 questions below. You must be very detailed in both your answers, and you must be honest, and you cannot answer the questions to get the job, because you are a person of high integrity and moral fiber, and you genuinely want what's best for the company. So you will only give your very best and open answers. Again, your answers must be very detailed. Let's think 2,500 characters. God dog, I'm gonna force it to be detailed. Let's think 2,500. I'm gonna do that. Let's think this one, and I'm gonna stop it from being 2. We're gonna do 1 at a time. He'll have to do the work, do 1 by 1, but he won't mind because it's just copy and pasting most of the prompt. And then you must be, I put, oh yeah, you must be very detailed in your answer. And you cannot answer the question to get the job. There we go. You're be very detailed. There you go. That's it. That's all I need. And we go. You are applying for executive assistant for the CEO of a media production company that specializes in short form video, audio, social media, with a strong emphasis on creating strong performing social media pages on YouTube and TikTok and any platform that produces ad revenue for creators. I added that because we don't need ChatGPT answering about soccer practice and football. We need it specifically to what Ibrahim is doing. There we go. So now
Antonio,
yep, go ahead.
Your entire, this whole walkthrough inspired me to try out something because I know that the more close-ended you go with ChatGPT, the more it surprises you. And I created a prompt that I just tried, and this is like some of the stuff that it gave me. Okay, so it says, tell me about the time when you had to work long hours to achieve a goal. How did you stay motivated? And then it says, secret assessment. This question assesses your ambition and willingness to work hard, but it is also looking for signs of resilience. Then it says, what's the most ambitious career goal you have set for yourself, and how do you plan to achieve it? And then it says secret assessment. This question appears to focus on ambition and future plans, but it also assesses your loyalty to the company. The interviewer wants to see if your goals are aligned with the organization's value and if you plan to stay with the company to achieve them. Then it says, describe a situation where you had to empathize with a difficult colleague or customer. How did you handle it? Then it says secret assessment. While the question itself, while the question seems to assess empathy, it also evaluates your ability to handle challenging interpersonal situations which require resilience. The interviewer is looking for your conflict resolution skills. So, I arrived at the perfect. Prompt that I needed, and I'll send it to you on LinkedIn. I'm not going to drop it in this chat or this call because I think it's a crazy good thing that can actually replace HR departments entirely.
Oh
okay,
yeah.
So I'm going to give it to you online, but because the call will at some point be broadcasted to like millions of people, so I don't want to put it on call.
No doubt.
Unless you pause recording, and then I can let people who are in the call know what it is.
Yeah, I can do that. Goes to prove that ChatGPT can take both. Now, let's talk about short prompt, long prompt. I do both. You do both. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is some things is preference. What matters is that you assign ChatGPT a role and then you give it a task if you want the best results. It needs a role and it needs a task. If you don't give it a role, then you're going to get a general answer because you didn't give it a role. If you don't give it a role, you're going to get repeat answers because you didn't give it a role. If you don't give it a task, you're going to get the answer you don't
Antonio,
desire.
that was what was missing. Like initially, of course, I tried it as well, and it was just giving me generic bullshit.
There you go.
But then, like what I picked up from your thing was that you gave it a role, and
That's
I was like, hey, look, I said, look, I am a candidate. I kind of missed out because I just gave you the final thing. But initially, I said, I am a candidate. Okay, I'm a candidate, and the person who I'm like the company that's interviewing me, those guys are really great. Okay, so now I want you to emulate them and then ask the candidate question. So I just adopted a completely different role. But before this, I wasn't giving it any role. And that's the thing from your whole thing. Of course, one is you add too much detail. But I was like, no, let me just see this one thing that was missing for me first. And the role giving thing is very powerful.
Very powerful. Now, Grace, read this. You're the interview.
Okay.
Read the answer.
In one of my previous roles, I served as a project coordinator for a digital marketing agency that focused on delivering high quality content for various social media platforms, ensuring a consistent and impactful online presence for our clients. We were working on a crucial project for a high profile client, which involved creating a series of promotional videos intended for multiple platforms, including YouTube and TikTok.
Now, hold on. When you get here, you don't have to read this. Nobody talks like that. Just skip to the recognizing. Gotcha. Keep going.
One day, just 2 days before the project deadline, our team faced a severe crisis. The primary content creator encountered an unexpected personal emergency and could not complete the video editing, which was critical to the project. The deadline was non-negotiable, and failing to deliver on time would not only tarnish our reputation, but would also result in significant financial loss due to breach of contract. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, I immediately convened a brief meeting with the team to assess the remaining workload and the specific skills needed to complete it. I quickly created a detailed and prioritized list of the remaining tasks and estimated the time required to complete them. After identifying 2 other team members with video editing skills, I delegated specific tasks to them, clarifying the urgency and importance of adhering to the quality standards. Realizing that the allocated team members were unfamiliar with some of the advanced editing tools required, I swiftly arranged a quick training session, leveraging online resources and tutorials. I also reached out to my network and found a freelance video editor willing to help us out on short notice. Simultaneously, I maintained open lines of communication with the client, updating them on our progress and reassuring them of our commitment to meeting the deadline without compromising quality. The team worked tirelessly, and due to the clear task delegation and continuous support, we managed to complete the project on time. The freelance editor's external perspective brought an unexpected layer of creativity, enhancing the overall quality of the videos. The client was not only satisfied with the timely delivery, but was also impressed by the quality and creativity of the content, which increased engagement and reach of their social media pages, leading to increased ad revenue. This challenging situation not only tested our team's resilience, adaptability, and collaboration skills, but also strengthened our internal processes. We implemented a cross-training program to diversify the skill set of our team members, ensuring that we would be better prepared to handle similar situations in the future. The experience reinforced the importance of clear communication, swift decision-making, and effective problem-solving in maintaining client trust and delivering high-quality services, even in the face of unexpected challenges. I believe this experience reflects my ability to act decisively and efficiently under pressure, leveraging my organizational, communication, and problem-solving skills to navigate crises and ensure the successful completion of projects. My actions were driven by my commitment to my team and our client, and by my responsibility to protect the company's reputation and integrity. My dedication to honesty and transparency allowed me to build and maintain trust with the client, and my proactive approach to learning and development contributed to the long-term resilience and adaptability of the team.
All right. Now,
Wow.
now, watch this here. Please give me every key point I need to be listening for when I hear my candidate interview with me from the great answer below. And now you can sit back, you're listening, and then it's boom. Candidate's role, responsibility, evidence of owning the project or task. Instances where the candidate took immediate action. Signs of recognizing and understanding the gravity of the situation. Ability to quickly assess situations and decide the best course of action. Creation of detailed priority tasks. So while this is reading, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. Jerome, this is what I do. Okay. I sit back. I have my little tablet in my hand. And I have this 1 through 11, whatever is going to come out, in my hand. And I'm looking, and as you're talking, I'm hitting check. As soon as I hear, so I had to, we had to get together, we had to work together. Okay, ability to work collaboratively with team members. Check. And I just recognized that we had to make this project better. Okay, say less. Ability to enhance projects outcome creatively. Okay. I didn't know what to do at first, so I had to pause and I had to find out what I was going to do. And I knew I had to do it quickly. All right, then you had the ability to creative solutions, arrange things quickly. There you go. That's the score I was talking about. Ibrahim now must, with the answer he got with this here, I'll give him this here. He can do, y'all do what you want, but he's going to have a score in his head. That there is going to be the bread and butter. How many of these things do they want to hit? Keep in mind, I don't care about none of this. I don't care about the questions. The questions mean nothing to me. I'm a actions oriented, results oriented person. I don't care about the questions. What I care about is these bulletin points. So I don't want to get caught up in your charisma. I don't want to get caught up that you look really great. I don't want to get caught up. Remember, because I'm building, this is why that thinking fast and slow book. I don't want to get caught up that, okay, you're a gay male. We can use one of those. I don't want to get caught up with, okay, all right, this is a white person. I need more white people on the team. I don't want to get caught up in it. Anything physically, I don't want to get caught up in the fact that you're a very attractive woman. We can use one of those up front. I don't want to get caught in none of that, Jerome. I want it to be completely unbiased. And all I want to get caught up in is these. Now, is this right? No, but you didn't ask me what was right. You asked me what would I do. That's what I would do. Right? There you go. That's what I would do. So good. All right. Well, let's clap for Ibrahim first because he made the class even better. So thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. And I will, I don't know. I will email this to you right now as everybody's talking. Let me email it right now. Okay, feedback. Anybody? Well, let's start with Ibrahim. Yeah, there you go. Nope. There you go. There you go right there. Ibrahim, you want to say something first and then we'll let everybody else say something. Okay, he said something about private chat. Okay. If y'all feedback, y'all talk.
I wanted to just, it took me some time to unmute my mic. So I wanted to say, first of all, yeah, very, very beneficial. And of course, this is just a matter of one call. And if you're an HR professional, or if the life and death of your organization is based on finding this person, you might even spend 12 hours fine-tuning your stuff. And the amount of progress we've made, I mean, like the whole huge answer that sounded robotic and no human would ever give that answer was a missed opportunity. It was like a missed answer, and that's what AI does. It gives you a lot of missed answers. But from it, I saw like Antonio just being on his feet, just was like, okay, let me look for specific keywords. So that was incredible. Just
Yeah,
witnessing
that's
him
all I
work
ever
with
wanted.
AI,
Mhm.
I think just witnessing him use this tool in itself, and this as so many of you people either checked out because you're like, I'm not gonna hire anyone, or many of you went like, okay, I'm gonna hire someone, so that's all I'm looking for. Both, if you've done that, you need to replay this class because
Very
what
much.
you had to see here was some prompting brilliance. I just saw Antonio discover his prompt as he was discovering answers from ChatGPT. Like he was completely open. He started with what's called a hypothesis. He was like, okay, I'm going to ask this and this is what we're going to get. Then Phil's suggestion came in. He included that. So that's also important, being open. Okay. And then once he didn't get the exact answer, he didn't go back to square one and just re-ask the question. He was like, from that answer, I'm going to get to progress. I'm going to get to something new from there. And ultimately, what he arrived at was a score, was something quantitative. Because I don't believe Antonio wanted that specific scorecard, but he wanted something quantitative. And to get ChatGPT, which is a large language model, not a large numerical model, he made ChatGPT give an answer that was against its nature. Okay? It's a large language model. See, it can bullshit paragraphs upon paragraphs, like so much that Grace had to read. No candidate is going to say that. But Antonio turned it into something quantitative, something that can be on a tablet, that can be checked, that can be practically used in the real world. And he arrived at it by A, being open, two, testing hypotheses. He tried 3 different prompts, and then the third was never going back to zero, but instead of working with what he had. So no matter what you're looking for from ChatGPT, just spend your time, do your hours to get to that thing. Because this is just a genius on a different level that you won't get, that you won't understand if you think this was all about just HR and hiring. This was just seeing Antonio work with a tool. This is seeing, the statue of David being made. This is seeing that chisel being worked. And if you missed that, if you were too close to the subject and to the theme, just replay this class and think about how you would do with your prompts. Because my prompt, the one that I came, just assigning ChatGPT a role, just learning that one thing will separate you from like over 90% of the people who are using ChatGPT. Because they're like, hey, give me an essay on this. No, you are a New Yorker staff writer. That one thing, and then the rest of the prompt being the same will give you worlds apart different answers. So so just that one nugget. But there were so many other things that you can pick up. So I'd highly recommend that you replay the class whenever you have the opportunity. Because this wasn't just about HR. This was just seeing a master craftsman with a tool, and a tool that your life will depend on. So you better get good with it.
No, that's right. Thank you so much. Let me, yes. Thank you. They clapping for you. I use ChatGPT as a second brain. I've designed my own, but we'll bring it up later, as a second brain. And I actually do that. This is the only way. This is my preferred way that I prompt. So this is it. I knew for sure that I wanted to get to this. I didn't know it was going to be this. I needed a score. Remember, I started off with that. But I'll show you. Here's some of the last prompts. If you come down here, 4 KPS means ChatGPT 4 key points. That's my little organized system. I do this all the time. Can you please, how did I build density 6 structure? I'll show you. I'll absolutely show you. I do this all the time. I have no idea what I want. I have no idea how to get there. I know that I need to start by assigning a task, and I know I need to go somewhere. Watch this here. Please give me all the key points from this video. What was the video? How Apple is organized for innovation, the function organization. So I transcribed the video. All this here, this is the long thing Ibrahim was talking about. Hey, look, man, hold on. Let me push that. Man, y'all showed enough better look, because Ibrahim got exactly what I did. Let me move this over. And then from there, pay very close attention, Grace. You're going to see, like, this is behind the scenes. You don't even get to see this stuff, Grace. Can you give me key points from this? All this stuff here. Boom, I got key points. Watch this here, Grace. Key points from Apple's video. Apple's reputation for innovation. Role for organization and design. Steve Jobs in 1997. Shift conventional. Function, blah, 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 blah. Okay, watch this here. How can you improve my structure from this here? Watch this here, Grace. Hold on. We're going to go back a little bit. Keynote structure. I was doing this here. Same thing. Give me the key points. Key points. Bam. That's one of my keynotes. Okay, watch this here, Grace, just so you see it. Shifting. So how can you do mine? Here's mine. How can you do mine? Well, what we can do is replace that. So now I got this coaching, this here, this here, this here, this here,
That's
this
how
here.
you got that. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, guys, you have to pay attention to this, because this is
He's not that damn
turning.
smart. He's not that damn smart.
Yes.
Hey guys, large language model. It's called LLM, large language model. It's just glorified autocorrect with 1 million neurons. Okay, all it does is just produce third-rate, just a bunch of paragraphs. Okay, but then you can turn that by just going a step further into something actionable and something quantitative. And that's something that most people don't do. And most people don't do. Because if you go on YouTube, it will be like, hey, here's how you get ChatGPT to write 20 blog posts that will never rank and put it on a website that will never get Google ad revenue. But at least you got something. This, what Antonio is doing, is just a completely different thing. You really have, it's the same as everyone in the world having a computer, and then Bill Gates also having a computer. It's a completely different animal.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So ChatGPT is just going to be like a computer. Everyone's going to have it, but somebody's going to be like, hey, role play as my girlfriend because I'm too lonely. And then somebody's going to do something as brilliant as what you just saw here. Building an entire business plan or business structure, building an HR checklist. This is brilliant, because this conversion of large language into something quantitative, it's just not being taught. I don't think it's being taught anywhere except in this class. I don't think OpenAI is even presenting ChatGPT as something that can produce quantitative stuff. It's saying, no, just ask it to give you story ideas. Just keep it in the language realm. And Antonio's putting it in the numbers realm. Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I've never seen anybody do it. I didn't even learn it from nowhere. I understood how it thinks since I do artificial programming. So I figured, okay, how can I get the best what I need out of it? And look, Grace, right after that, once I got my structure, look, you see me. Short prompt from what you know of my company that I just gave you, give me a separate structure from this. It was a different keynote. How Apple organizations, functional organization. So, bam, this here. And it gave it to me. Shift, unified, P&L, blah, 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 blah. So I went, all right, I want to challenge your reasoning in a good way and see if you can combine these two into one without losing information. So I wanted what you just gave me plus what I already gave you with my structure. I know it's going to give me apples, okay? But I want to put it in my structure. And watch this, good Grace. Density 6 organizational blueprint. Got this here. But look, I got it all. Mirroring jobs and cooks, but I don't want jobs in my stuff. I don't want that crap. But I want it first. Now that you gave me that, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you expand these for me real quick? And then I did it again. And I did it again. And the end result is this. After I do them key points, this, every time I show you on the screen, I only show you this. But if you keep going down, Grace, I got my design-driven philosophy, my culture of secrecy, I focus on key products, my prototype culture, my internal competition, my feedback loops and iteration, my retail and physical presence. I ain't even got no physical presence. I got an internet presence. And my investment in R&D. I literally built my organizational structure from two 4-minute videos somebody else did on Apple. I knew what I wanted. I knew I needed to organize myself. And remember, I told you I only did it because Ibrahim asked me a question. I was like, well, I got everything, but it's not organized. So I had to organize it. Yes, sir. You got it.
What's crazy is that question prompted you to prompt ChatGPT to do all of this stuff. What's crazy is now what you've done is given me an idea that I'm going to have a conversation with ChatGPT that will help me decide what to delegate. Because, dude, I'm delegating is just a whole different thing. I do what's called the white knuckle, which is holding everything tight. And so, I'm gonna tell ChatGPT what I'm in my feelings about and what I'm not too serious about, and then ask it to give me like a plan on what to delegate at what time and how I can realistically offload things without feeling too paranoid. So the key insight for the chat and for everyone listening is, and this is something I learned reading Sapiens, the book I'm reading right now, is that humans got their chief advantage, the first biological advantage over animals and over everyone else was the ability to speak. It was logos. It was the word, whichever way you want to take it. That ability, conversation, that is progress. Conversation is progress. Here, as you're seeing, just us two people talking, we're just feeding off of each other and getting so much out of it.
Right.
And then we involve in a third party, which is the general dialogue of all humans who have put anything on the internet. That's what ChatGPT is. You bring that into it, and you just have that conversation, and just you keep your mind open. You don't have an ego about it. Keep your mind open. Just have a conversation. Have a goal in mind. Have a conversation, and just a spark of brilliance comes in, and that's progress. Just remember, conversation is progress. Always have conversation.
No doubt. I need to read that Homo sapiens book to know exactly which one you're talking about too. I hope y'all hear what Ibrahim said. He is 100% correct. And the humans are the only the only carbon-based creatures on this planet that have vocal cords. There's no other species on the planet. There's no other genome, no other DNA, no other. And that one advantage makes us the kings of the jungle, even though we shouldn't be in the jungle because we're going to die. Right here, go back up to Ibrahim's thing. And then I always knew, no matter what I got, I was going to do this one thing. The key points. How was I going to get here? I had no idea how I was going to get here, Grace. I just knew I needed a lot of information, the best information, and I knew I needed a detailed information because I was going to truncate it like I've been doing all through here. That's not just, look, Grace, that's not just for my company. I don't even know what this is. Let's find out what this is. I'm writing a keynote. I need your expert ability to pay great attention to detail. Please give me every major key point from this other keynote that I did, and then title your keynotes in one point for me. Feel free to organize them into sections, but just title each section as we go along. Bam. financial responsibility, equity, and investment. I forgot who I had to do this for. And look, respect, money, and professionalism. Bam. I got the sections. I got the points. And I forgot why I had to do this, but I needed to hurry up and do a keynote from somewhere. I think it was for the NFL.
Oh,
Grant
okay.
Cardone's approach to real estate.
I thought it was Brother Henry's that conference he had. Maybe not. But
Oh no, not this probably could have went in there, but no. But see it? Numbers in real estate. I do something. I think I had to do something. It doesn't matter. Point is, Ibrahim is right. I only want one thing when it comes to when we're trying to, the subject we're talking about. I just need to be able to sit back and go, okay, my scoring system is going to be a 90. So I'll just do it. If it's 20, then I need you to answer, what is that, Grace? 90% is 18 out of 20? Yeah. I need 18 right. If it ain't 18, you know what, you are fantastic. I'm gonna keep interviewing to see everybody else, but in the meantime, I'm gonna recommend you to Deanna. I think she can really use you. She really can. I think Deanna can. You're 15. That's a great. She ain't have nobody, but I want 18. I want a 90. I don't want no 80. And that's how we started off this call. That's the stuff I do behind the scenes. And thank God for Ibrahim for asking the question. That's the stuff I do behind the scenes.
Don't forget Melissa. You killed it with Melissa too.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah. So right.
So
right. Yeah, so right. Yeah, I heard about this Sapiens book. And it's just twice now I've heard about it, and I haven't got it. And I heard about it. I'm gonna grab this book for sure. That's it from me. Don't have to be done, but that's it from me because let me see. Grace, go back. Repaste the things for me. I forgot Grace took my credit. She always taking my credits.
I'm sorry, sir. Go do it.
I mean, always taking my credits.
My apologies.
Oh, look. I don't even see. Look, I'm tripping. I knew I heard about it. I knew I said I had plans to read it because I bought it. I bought it. It's in my library. I just need to go read it now. I bought it. I knew I had it. Good. I just haven't read it yet. I will now. Thank you for reminding me. And then,
Excuse me, Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Grace. I just want to give you a heads up.
Yes, sir.
I've got some extras on my audio that I haven't used because I may download 1 or 2 a month if I do that at all. I got about 15 of them. Okay, and there's got to be 20 books I ain't even read. So if you need this just for you, Grace, ain't for the rest of them, because you my girl. Just call me. I'll make sure I got you.
Thank you so much, Uncle Romy Rowe.
He got some extra credits.
He got some, yes.
And go and call him, get his extra credits for me. You
can't do everything, Mr. Smith.
Nah, I teach. She had a credit. What Grace likes to do, I'll hold on to a credit for 2 months, and then she'll be like, "Well, I know you've been holding." She call me every time. I know you've been holding on this one, but I really want this book. I'm like, why you get that one though? It's like the last piece of chip. Don't get that one. Get the credits when it's 3 of them. Don't get the last one I've been holding on.
Like the last piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to stop holding on to the last credit when we get done with the last book from Mr. Phil and Miss Susan.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Okay, all right, that's it. See, sales don't need to bring up being intentional with money. Yes, love plus work. You can bring it up right now, Phil. How to spend money. Okay, I'll answer how to spend money and tell you what I'm doing, and then we'll go from there. Dad called twice. Called earlier, just in case he calls you. Just tell him we in a meeting. It'd be like 30 minutes or so.
Antonio.
Yes, ma'am.
I want him to be holding up our books.
Yeah.
He holds up lots of books.
Yep, coming soon, right? Coming soon. Yeah, with the great cover
but
too.
Still, you need to show up. Because it's how to find what you love, how to love what you do, and do it for the rest of your life. And it's by Marcus Buckingham, the guy that we've done all the standout assessments by. So I figured I'd give him a little business since we've used his little quid pro quo thing there.
Absolutely.
So here's another one eventually you're going to get. The search. Finding meaningful work in a post-career world. Finding meaningful work in a post-career world. And he talks about how the world is changing and how the workforce is kind of flipping how they react to their careers and their lives.
it's a whole different ball game out there now than it's ever been.
Absolutely. So if what would I do with that? If I had that book and I didn't have a niche, I'd read that book. I'd take great notes. I would take all those notes and then I would go get key points. Once you make something
Antonio,
key points,
I did something crazy. I just said to ChatGPT, I don't even remember the author's whole name, but I said turn the standout assessment by Mr. Buckingham into riddles, and he's like, I'm key to order in your life, balancing tasks amidst the daily strife. From schedules to plans, I'm your guiding light. What am I that keeps your world just right? Time management. And then it's like follow through riddle, and then it's a loyalty riddle. And there's one that goes something like, I'm the spirit that never will break. In adversity, I'm wide awake. With each setback, I come back strong. What am I that keeps you moving along? Determination. So again, as I said, conversation, it sparks progress.
Mhm.
Interesting.
That is interesting. That is interesting. Jalen, go ahead. And we almost
Good
done.
morning, everybody.
Morning,
It's,
kind
it's like
sir.
my last. I swear I always come in and I know and get selfish because I be missing stuff. But I just wanted to, if you can, hear a little bit more about what happened yesterday. You set the deal and whatnot. I'm just excited. I want to hear more.
Okay, that was on there. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that real quick. Down as far as you spending your money on business, 18% of it needs to be labor. And I said paper, food, plastic, labor. Paper, food, plastic, labor. Food is the main chunk of your business. That means your percentage needs to be in food. That should be somewhere like 27 to 35%. 27 to 35%. Why? Because prices go up, prices go down. So right now, at 27%, we round up 35% plus 18% is what, Grace? Still 53, huh? All over the world, still 53.
27 plus 8, 35? Yes.
No, 35 plus 18, 23. I mean, it's 23. You might have said 20. I meant 53. 53, right?
Yes.
53. You know, I can do that in my head real quick. 53. This means before Deanna ever makes money, she only got 47 cents left. She still ain't paid taxes. This is why y'all businesses be struggling, because you ain't thinking about your businesses this way. So what's the food? If you work for Little Caesars, and the food is obviously the food. So what's the food? Your main project, your main thing. For Apple, it's Apple chips and sell what the cost of the iPhone, the cost of the iMac. That's the food. Whatever is your main business is the food. And you need to treat your food to 27 to 35%.
Oh, okay. You went up because the other day you said 18 to 21%.
No, that's labor. Labor is 18 to 21%. And the reason you need your labor at 18%, and labor shouldn't be at 2%, because you can't do great customer service. At some point, Ibrahim's going to get so big that if he don't have enough labor, people are going to get mad and turn away from his company. You need enough labor to do good customer service. There's no way around it. That's why it's got to be at 18 to 21%. But right now, we have 53%. We ain't covered paper or plastic. So what is paper? Any computer thing, not just computer, any supply, any office supply is paper. Any office supply is paper. Doesn't matter what it is. The broom, the thermal receipt paper.
Would that also be like Canva membership?
Canva, if it's software, that's an office supply. So all your click funnels, that you get me? Your click funnels, all that stuff. If it's software, it is what it is. Plastic is the things holding your office together. Tupperware, So let's put that in the digital. Some of y'all got digital companies. So then you would say gas to your, like, you got software. So you got your software inside your company, but you're not accounting for the fact that you still got to take your car to go meet a client. That goes in plastic. If you're not budgeting that, you're screwed. Plastic needs to be 5 to 7%. Paper needs to be 5 to 7%. Grace, we're going to go 7%. That's 14. So we got 2 sevens plus a 53. 14 plus 53 is always going to be what number, no matter where we at, Grace?
67.
67. Now, here's how you should handle taxes. Well, here's how Antonio would tell Adonia privately to handle taxes. There we go. Every time money come in, I would immediately move those taxes. So if it's in Texas, we have an 8.25% sales tax. So that's $9.99 becomes $10.81 in Texas. We all know it. That means I made $9, Jerome. What is it? $9.99, $10.81, whatever the hell it is, 81 cents. That's going to a separate bank account. I'm not even dealing with it. $9.99 goes to me, or not to me, because I still got to do that. So it's $9.99 minus 63, ain't it?
Okay.
Minus 63%.
Go like a
I need to go
step
slower.
Backwards. What
Okay.
is the tax percentage?
I'm about to give you it. I haven't given it to you yet, but I'll give it to you. You need to put tax just at 16%. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might as well just do it now. Tax needs to be at 15% for sure. Taxes need to be at 15%.
So every time, okay, so let's say somebody buys something from me, it's $1,000. I should immediately take, you said 15% of that 1,000 and put into a completely
That's
separate.
one way to do it. I was trying to, yes, you're going to have to do that, but that pisses you off every quarter or at the end of the year when you made $100,000 and you just sent the government a $15,000 check. That really burns your chives.
I mean, I'm
Or
only gonna send them what
with,
they have.
if you do it with every transaction, it ends up being 15%.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you never count on the money because it never went into your stuff. Now watch this here. We was at 63%, right, Grace? Plus 15% is what, Grace?
78.
And this, you need to, all of you need to go in business right now knowing that you're going to have a 28% profit margin.
Oh, that's how that works.
This is why Antonio builds one product to pay for all that. And everything else is all profit. That's why I do my businesses that way.
Okay.
The value ladder. I remember that.
Which 22%, not 28?
Right. Because we're at 78.
Oh, yeah, we're at 78. Thank you so much. Right. 22%. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And what you say, Jalen? This is a master class.
The value
in business
ladder.
finance.
I remember that.
Yeah, the value ladder. That's right. I only got 22% profit. But and listen, as dismal as it sounds, welcome to business. We ain't even counted for devaluation of the dollar, inflation, you breaking your knee, insurance. We ain't accounted for half the mortgage, the loan payment. We did not account for that yet. This is assuming you don't have a mortgage, you don't have a loan payment. This is assuming all of that. Go ahead, Phil.
Because I didn't do this in my business, I had the IRS on an automatic dialer. The receptionist recognized my voice when I called. Oh, is this Phil? Yeah, hi. Who you need today? I have a friend of mine said, "Sir, I got one better." He said, "I got a parking spot at the IRS."
That's incredible.
Because I didn't do what you just said. I had the IRS on my automatic dialer. We talked often. But we worked our way out of it. One of my guys forgot to pay payroll taxes, and I owed like $35,000 in back payroll taxes. The IRS said, I said, "Hey, if you put me out of business, I can't pay you back because I'm unemployable." So they let me stay in business, and eventually we paid them back.
No doubt. Deanna, that's helpful, right?
It's extremely helpful, but
It's a
doesn't
master class. Before you do that, let me tell you where I learned this from. Little Caesars, for God's sake. I didn't learn this in a book. I learned this from Little Caesars. I was the store manager, and they were very serious about controlling waste. And every night, I had to control the labor costs, the paper, the plastic, and the food. So I didn't even rename this. It's what Little Caesars taught me. And they are a fantastic franchise. I literally learned business finances from fast food pizza, which doesn't even make sense. Pizza should never be fast food, but Little Caesars figured out how to do it. Go ahead, Phil. Back to Deanna.
Waste and theft. The two things a restaurateurs got to waste and theft. Those are the two things you got to watch.
Two things you got to watch. Because
we would count a BBF. We would count the cups, how many cups we used from the day before. And they had a formula to find out whether there was a number was off. And somebody's stealing fries because the numbers wasn't what it should be. Every day you would take inventory.
Absolutely. If your food price is going up, your food percentage, it should be at 35%. If your food percentage is at 45% and your waste is at 2%, somebody's stealing. There's your formula. Somebody's stealing. If your food percentage is at 35%, but your waste is at 20%, you got a bad night manager. Yes, sir.
What were you? What was your role at Little Caesars?
I started off as the night manager, but I ended up being store manager. I ended up being store manager. Yep. And that's when I got that information. Once I got promoted like 3 times. Once I got it, I went to Hurricane Ike happened in 2008, and my unemployment ran out in 2009. I had to go do something, and I ain't got no pride, and with nobody hiring. So I went to a pizza shop. I sure the hell did. They was just opening, and I wound up being the best decisions I ever made in my life. I stayed there for 3 years. I'm still good friends with the owner, and literally every business finance I know came from Little Caesars. I almost want to like make everybody just go work there just so you can learn how to control waste and stuff. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. It is great, and they do everything from scratch.
I asked ChatGPT what skills would Little Caesars store manager learn while working there that would help him once he becomes CEO, and one of the things it said was financial acumen.
There you go. That's not in the book. I don't know what. Let's see. They got it down, right? You keep doing something. You keep franchising. They got it down. Okay, you go ahead, Deanna, and then we'll spend another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll be done. I'll answer what I've been doing. I'll pause it though when I answer.
Okay, you said so if the food is the main thing, isn't that where like your
rent? For you, food should be. Marketing should be in your food for sure. You're not going to build a personal brand treating marketing like a side chick. Your marketing, if you're building a personal brand, your marketing must be your food. You cannot build a personal brand if marketing is not your biggest expense. Okay. No. I ain't say that for
you. Deanna, book. Check out a book called Purple Cow, because you take Antonio for granted now. Antonio's advice is just, in Urdu we have a saying, "Ghar ki murgi dal barabar." Like basically the steak you have at home is like vegetables you have in a restaurant, because it's just at home. It's worthless. So you're not taking Antonio's advice seriously. So if you'd rather have it from another author, get it from Seth Godin's book, The Purple Cow, where he says that your product has to be a purple cow to market your business, because now slapping marketing onto unremarkable products just doesn't work. Your product really has to be the marketing.
And it's a great book. The funny thing is, Deanna and Grace was talking about how they take whatever Ibrahim just said like 2 days ago in a car. It's like, yeah, man, take it for granted. We gotta, because when you're around something, it just is what it is. Deanna, keep it going. Then I'm gonna answer Jaden's question and about what am I doing. That's it.
Okay. In the
just
label,
marketing needs to be your big piece of food. Keep going.
Got it. In the labor aspect of the 18%, what percentage do I pay myself?
Forget yourself. The end.
Deanna, Deanna,
Yes.
did you hear that?
I heard it.
Forget
Okay, I
yourself.
just want to make sure.
No, if you want to pay yourself, it's the worst thing you can do. If you really want to pay yourself, start a side product and let all that money be to you. But you need to follow those rules and pay all your bills. Then I'll give you something. You go, you do everything I said. And then you start a program for $9.99. That's your money. Y'all stop paying the bills with, you know how we got it. You get a bank account and everything come out that bank account. Grace, tell them what I made you do. I only told her once.
You need to get a bank account for your bills, a bank account for your debt, and a bank account for you.
Grace got 3 bank accounts now. All the money she owes, she call it her debt account. And I want to wordsmith it, but no, it's perfect because she's not focused on debt. It's just the account designed to pay her debt. That's what it's for. Separate your money. In your case, Deanna, follow what I've said. Don't try to pay yourself because salaries can only go so high. But if you keep 100% of a product, you can go to the moon.
Hey, Antonio, another
sir.
lesson from Sapiens. He said he basically puts, because he's a true, like a very material and biology and science guy. So he says that humans' ability to imagine deities allowed them to, delay gratification and get into farming and all of that. But he said, now we think, oh, our ancestors, they used to imagine stuff. But he said, like, basically Apple, we've imagined it, that the whole company, Apple, doesn't exist. It's a myth. It is a legend that we all believe in. He said, banks, bank accounts, currencies, these are just as imagined as ancient deities. And they actually provide us as much benefit as ancient deities. So what you taught Grace was the ability to craft 3 separate beings that could handle 3 different tasks. Yeah. And what Grace was previously doing was she had one being handle 3 different tasks. So you taught her how to specialize, to create 3 different beings to handle 3 different things for her. And that's very important. Incorporating your business is like fashioning a deity. Using different bank accounts is like creating 3 different beings to handle 3 different things for you.
That's great. I just downloaded it just now because I had it in my Audible. I had already bought it, and I must have bought it 6 months ago because I don't remember buying it. I don't remember. I remember seeing, go, man, that sounds like a good book, and then I bought it, but I never. But I downloaded it now. I'm definitely going to read it. Then we're going to finish with you. I want you to ask that, and then I'm going to pause and I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing, and then we're out of here. Go ahead.
So when it comes to the product that I create that's specifically just for me, I should pull taxes from that too, just to cover my ass?
I wouldn't, but you can. I wouldn't. Okay. I wouldn't. But you can, but I wouldn't. Do you understand? But don't listen to me, because the CPA right now is cringing that I just said that. What I would do is I would organize that money as a $5 bump or some $9 thing, and it's just a family barbecue money. I do what I want with that. It's a family barbecue money. Thank you for you just happy to give $10,000 to the potato salad. But I'm a capitalist.
That has to be some good ass potato salad. Let me tell you something.
Hey, as far as the IRS is concerned, this was a donation. Do you understand?
Better not be no raisins in it.
If you're telling me to create a salary, I'm going to pay taxes on that. If you telling me be a capitalist to create a stream of income so I can ball out of control, I'm not paying taxes on that. You're crazy as hell. But again, I'm a capitalist. You do what you want to do. Creating a stream of income and calling it a $5 bump, that's not income. That's not income no more.
Gotcha.
And you tax income. You don't tax my overflow. You got me messed up. I'm a capitalist. So you got to be careful when you ask me a question like that. I think like a billionaire. You get it? All right. Now so I structured my deal to give me $5 minimum, $5 billion plus maximum, with the addition to, I'll keep some of this on recording, with the addition for a few things. I'm trying to figure out if I want this on camera. I'll say it for learning purposes. But this is what I did.
Pause.
Well, not yet. I don't have to hit pause yet, but I'm gonna walk real close to that fine line. I'm gonna have to hit pause for sure. Let's back it up. $5 million, $5 billion plus, no salary. The option was 350,000, so the verbal option was $350,000 salary. The contractual option was $200,000 salary when the company does this, which will probably happen tomorrow or something. I said, "Now you keep that. I don't want that." What you can do though, and this is written down, is you can turn my salaries into bonuses. I am absolutely trying to tell y'all something. So from now on, just put me on bonuses. So that $200,000 salary, let's convert it into bonus.
Back end.
I'm trying to show y'all something, because one, this ain't no job. But he laughed at me when I said that. He said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm like that too. Yeah, I want a damn job." Number one, okay? Number one, it ain't no job. Number two, salary can't go up when I want it to. But I can hit performance metrics bonuses whenever I feel like it. And then I took out the salary because I asked for a revenue share. Same thing I'm about to do with Phil Susan. Okay. Then I said, your biggest problem, I said this 3 times. And he laughed, called his mom and said, "Mom, we're going to have to do this." 3 times I said,